Hare Krishna, welcome to morning Amrut program. Today is disappearance day of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj. Sri, His Grace Kaustubha Krishna Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom today, and Rameshwar Nayak Prabhu will be reading the Namamrita. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नामामृता। One who imperfectly knows Krishna consciousness cannot know Vedanta philosophy. A showy display of Vedanta study without Krishna consciousness is a feature of the eternal energy Maya, and as long as one is attached by the inebriaties of this ever changing the material energy, he deviates from devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. An actual follower of the Vedanta philosophy is a devotee of Lord Vishnu, who is the greatest of the great and the maintainer of the entire universe. Unless one surpasses the field of activities in service to the limited, one cannot reach the unlimited knowledge of mankind. Unlimited knowledge of the unlimited is actually Brahma Jnana, or knowledge of the Supreme. Those who are addicted to the fruitive activities and speculative knowledge cannot understand the name of the Lord, value of the name of the Lord Krishna, who is actually completely free, completely pure, eternally liberated, and fully spiritual bliss. One who has taken shelter of the holy name of the Lord, which is identical with the Lord, does not have to study Vedanta philosophy, for he has already completed all such study. One who is unfit to chant the holy name of the Lord Krishna, but thinks that that the holy name is different from Krishna, and thus takes shelter of Vedanta study in order to understand him, must be considered the number one fool, as confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his personal behavior, and philosophical speculator who want to make Vedanta philosophy an academic career are also considered to be within the material energy. A person who always chants the holy name of the Lord, however, is already beyond the ocean of nescience, and thus even person born in a low family who engages the chanting of the holy name is holy name of the Hare nescience, and even the person born in low family who engages the chanting the holy name of the is considered to be beyond the study of Vedanta philosophy. Is in this connection the Srimad Bhagavatam state, Rigvedo तथा यजुर्वेदो सामवेदो प्य अथर्व अधिथास लेन योनोक्तम हरेर हरिर इति अक्षर द्वियम. A person who chants two syllables Hari has already studied the four Vedas, Samveda, Yajurveda, Atharveda. Taking the taking the advantage of these verses, there are some Sahajivyas who, taking everything very cheaply, consider themselves elevated Vaishnavas but do not care even to touch the Vedanta Sutras or Vedanta philosophy. The real Vaishnava should, however, study the Vedanta philosophy, but if after studying the Vedanta one does not adopt the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, he is no better than Mayavadi. Therefore, one should not be a Mayavadi, yet one should not be unaware of the subject of matter of Vedanta philosophy. Indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his knowledge of Vedanta in his discourses with Prakashananda Saraswati. Thus, it is to be understood that Vaishnava should be completely conversant with the Vedanta philosophy, yet he should not think that studying Vedanta is all in all and therefore be unattached to the chanting of the holy name. A devotee must know the importance of simultaneously understanding the Vedanta philosophy and chanting of the holy names. If by studying Vedanta one becomes an impersonalist, he has not been able to understand Vedanta. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Vedanta means the end of knowledge. The ultimate end of knowledge is knowledge of Krishna, who is identical with his holy name. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.62 to 72. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radharas Bihari ki jai, Shri Shri Lalita Sakhi Vishakha ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baldesh Subhadramaya ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Morning Japa Center ki morning Japa program ki jai, Amrut Vani ki jai, Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Today's Amrut Vani is giving the comparison between a Vaishnava devotee who chants and the one who has read the Vedas and knows the Vedanta philosophy but doesn't take to the Krishna consciousness by chanting the name of the Lord is considered to be a Mayavadi. So the difference between a Vaishnava and a Mayavadi. The purpose of creating the Vedas was to know the Lord, the Supreme, that is Lord Krishna. But many people, they do not know this. They twist it because of the influence of the three modes of material nature. They just studied the Vedas, but did not take to Krishna consciousness. And maybe they do not know that the ultimate goal is to know the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the Lord himself has said, Sarvasya chaham hirde sanivishto matah smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarve aham eva vedyo vedanta kritved vedescha chaham. He says, I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedas, Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. So the Lord says himself in Bhagavad Gita that these Vedas are created to know me ultimately. A devotee, especially in Kali Yuga, where the life is very small, the knowledge is little, as told in Srimad Bhagavatam, Prayana alpayusha sabhya kalau asmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upatirtha. Where the life of the people is very small, their knowledge is less, and their remembrance is also less. In such a case, it is very, very difficult to read all those Vedas. And therefore, to simplify this matter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came 500 years before, who was the Lord himself in the form of a devotee, being the combination of Krishna and Radha, he gave this very simple Mahamantra of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra so that the people who had fallen and who had no knowledge about the Supreme should get elevated. It is said that the chanting, only those people can do the chanting who have done in their previous lives austerities and punya karma. They are able to chant. And in this case, in this verse, it is said that even those who are the dog eaters or who are very, very low caste, they can also do the chanting and get elevated to this. Because in Kali Yuga, the Lord has put all his opulences in his name. Why only in Kali Yuga? If we see in Treta Yuga, Valmiki Rishi, just by taking the name of the Lord, he became from Daku to Rishi. When we see Hanumanji, he is always chanting the name of Shri Ram. And also Narad Muni, who is the eternal spiritual master for so many, even who advised Vyasadeva, who wrote these Vedas and the Vedanta philosophy, also became the spiritual master for him and told him about the importance of the name of the Lord. And he always keeps on chanting Narayan. So in our case, it is very, very important to keep on chanting. It so happened once that one scholar who considered himself very scholar in Vedanta philosophy, who had read the Vedanta, all the Vedas, his name was Prakash Anand Saraswati. When he found Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only chanting and dancing, then he asked him, why do you do that? Why don't you go and read Vedas? Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, my Guru Maharaj, he considered me to be a big fool, and I cannot read these Vedas. So he gave me this mantra that you keep on chanting only Hare Krishna Mahamantra and keep on dancing and doing Sankirtan and all that. But later on, in the discourses, he defeated Prakash Anand Saraswati, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, who knew all the Vedas. He defeated him on particular word, giving him so many meanings of that particular word. And then Prakash Anand, he surrendered to him. So normally when we read the Vedas or any scriptures, we should not get the ego that now we are the scholars and we can do this and that and all that, do the preaching, or we can we try to defeat the others in our knowledge. No, it should not be there. We should be very humble like a grass, tolerant like a tree, and keep on chanting without expecting any respect from others, but giving respect to all the people, even the lowest one. So let us keep on chanting, knowing very well that chanting is the only way to get rid of this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. And the ultimate goal of ours, which we have, to go back home, back to Godhead, can be achieved. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami